Hello, hello, people. How are you doing? Whew, I'm recording this. This is November message. I wanted to just tap in. I've been moving away from the moon readings. I don't know. I'm just trying to go with the flow, y'all. Thank y'all for coming and showing up. If you don't know who I am, my name is Coy. I own a business that helps people with their brand development as well as personal development, because we need it as entrepreneurships to really find stability and foundational work that we need to stay strong within ourselves as well as within our changing business. So I help people, I help wellness practitioners per se with their business brands, but I also do card readings here for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and anyone that is on their healing journey. So I'm going to get into the, I hope this music isn't loud. Let's turn it down. I'm going to get into the vibes, right? I'm going to get into the zodiac signs, but first I'm going to do an overall reading. Right here I have a card that I pulled yesterday. You'll see one of the shorts pop up on that message just for the month of November. From my cards, my chakra card readings, my chakra cards, excuse me, affirmations. And I also have my gratitude attitude cards right here. If any of you guys are looking to have your own cards within your own practice of self-development and strengthening your intuition, you can definitely check out the link below. Anything else? No, I think I'm just going to get into this reading. And if you stick around to the end, you'll probably discover something else new, okay? So we're just going to give an overall energy of the general collective of what this energy is looking like during this November. And then we'll pull cards for the zodiac signs, okay? So let's get into the reading. Okay, so I got my cards shuffled. Let's just see more about what this chakra message, chakra affirmation is, okay? Because the chakra affirmation we have here says, I speak clearly and am honest with my communication to myself and others, right? And then the shadow side of this is actually, no one cares what I have to say and I'm unsure of what to say. Our throat chakra holds a lot of energy around communication, around authenticity, around truth. Okay, I'm so sorry. Like, I guess my throat chakra was too strong or something. I didn't even know it wasn't even rolling. So I pulled this card, which didn't even come in. I was flown with my words and everything. I'm so mad at that. But this is the card that came through, right? Live with more intention and purpose, and not careless actions. And that's another thing that I was speaking on when it comes to the throat chakra. You know, a balanced throat chakra allows you to be true to yourself first, so you can understand and be clear with your intentions before you're even communicating. You know, sometimes when we're emotionally charged, we project those emotions on people and are like, blah, I'm keeping it real. You need to hear this. But that's our perspectives, and they may not be ready for that truth right now. They may not know how to understand what's going on within that, what you're telling them, projecting on them, and triggering them, right? And they just may not be open to receive it, you know. And a lot of times when people aren't open to receive the truth, they the other person that spilled the truth is like, oh, blah blah blah, and then get me and get all defensive and stuff like that, right? So, and on the other side of the spectrum, we don't speak up enough when it's time for us to speak up, when you want to say no but don't. You know, and it's just like, oh, I should have said something. Yeah, you know, so finding that balanced chakra can allow us to be true to ourselves first and foremost, and then speak with better intentions and purpose instead of careless actions, you know, or reactions, honestly, in this case. So I was pulling for the general collective as my computer kindly, rudely interrupted me. And I have here the Strength card. I have the Five of Cups, which I'm not feeling it. And I have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So this is interesting because we're going to see how everything ties up with these zodiac signs. Is this all in? Yes, this is all in. So let's see something really quick here. So this is definitely a strong, like this is just running rampant. Like I've been seeing a lot of readings talking about people did you wrong and da 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 da, secrets kept. But this is very strong to karma. Now karma is, you know, what goes around comes around, basically. You know, karma doesn't necessarily have to be bad. In Buddhism, and I believe the Hindus, they spoke on dharma, which is pretty much the reaping good rewards from your good deeds. But that's also seen as karma to me, at least, you know, because when you think of the planets, Saturn, right? Saturn is the father of father time, right? But it's also you know, what's going around. It's almost kind of like, it's very interesting that Saturn has a ring, because it's like very cyclical, very like, okay, it does remind me of time, you know, like a clock. And, you know, what I did 2 years ago is going to affect me today. It's a ripple effect, and it may have a good intention or may have a bad one, but it boils down to the intentions that I made, you know. I am not self-aware of everything that I do, but I do give praise and gratitude when I am self-aware, because it's like a lot of us are walking around not aware. And I don't feel that we can be aware of everything. In a way, it might be very debilitating if we were, because some things I sometimes wish I wasn't aware of, but I can't erase that, you know. Now I'm aware. But I do feel like it's having the courage to step up and do things in a better light, right? With this strength card. Is it still rolling? Yes. Because I'm looking at this Five of Cups. It's in the middle, and you know, sometimes I could sit here and be like, all right, third party, right? There was also, I feel like some things, you know, in the collective, some people did not speak on. And they kind of wish that they did. And this may feel like deja vu right now, or this may feel like an opportunity that's like, ooh, this again? Maybe I should speak up, right? Maybe I should say something. Maybe I should do something. Or maybe it's like, ooh, remember I did say something and I just really hurt that person. And maybe the energy is coming up again, and it's like, you know what, maybe you should speak further on what your intentions were. Maybe enough time passed by to allow them to experience whatever they needed to. And now it's time for you to speak on some things, you know, because this Wheel of Fortune here is definitely bringing us around. It's almost like closing out a cycle for some. And opening up another. I mean, that's usually what the Wheel of Fortune does. I don't read reversals in this, but it's making me feel like that. As you can see in this cloud too, it has that, I don't know what that sign is, infinity sign. It's another word for it, but nobody cares. I don't right now. So the infinity sign, that's another symbol of rebirth, rejuvenation, recycling, right? Coming back to what once was, but now we're seeing it in a different light. And Five of Cups is about that too, because when you can get over those feelings, when you can allow those feelings to ride out and stop looking at the spilt milk, or in this case, the spilt wine, there's always two others, you know? This card may be that, this card kind of reminds me of someone leaving the party, you know, because they saw something, they heard something, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I took my 3 cups of wine out here and I'm just chugging them. But they were supposed to talk to these 2 people, but they forgot because they were so in their head. It's like, whatever. And then she's like, should we say something, dear? He's like, I don't know. He's looking a little rough. You know what I mean? This was a whole story that I just said. I don't know if any of this pertains to any of these viewers that's watching this. But if it does, it's, you know, find it in your heart to say, like, maybe it is time to speak. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But I don't know, this Scorpio season, this November, is really revealing some things. As I'm recording this, in a few days, we're going to have our lunar eclipse. And that's going to bring a lot of light to what we felt in the solar eclipse, which was a new moon, which was 2 weeks ago. It's going to reveal a lot of things that happened about 6 months ago. Oh my gosh, you guys, this throat chakra. It's also going to reveal a lot of other things that may have happened a few years ago. But if you've been sowing your seeds and making clear intentions on what it is that you desire, what you're working on, what you're trying to manifest, and what you're trying to create, trust and believe, you're going to get clues, better insight on ways to do it. You may even have a full-on open door and invitation to move forward. So that's something very interesting that I find with this collective energy here. We're going to step into what creative energy can help us during this time to actually gain further insight, clarify our intentions, and move out of the Five of Cup energy, move out of stagnant energy and really tap into this expansive Wheel of Fortune, because this Wheel of Fortune will meet and bring you to your destiny for sure. So I'm getting 2 cards. We're going to get 2. Of course, this is a general message, but if this message is for you, I'd love to see it in the comments. Let's get one more. I'm going to pick this one. So we have listening. So listening also comes with the throat chakra, to listen, to have that keen gift of listening can allow you to really know when it's best for you to actually speak on something and not say something, to really resonate with somebody and what they're saying and give that advice that is needed at that time, This is a really nice card. How is this creative, you might ask? Well, it's creative because these cards I made on a rainy day that it's like everybody has a gift and it ties into your creativity. And the gift of listening is powerful. Let's see what this is. The gift of dreaming. So listening to the dreams, when you fall asleep, or your actual hopes and dreams, your ideas, the things that you want to cultivate. This is big, you guys. So this is like really good time to utilize this, because a lot of planets actually got out of retrograde. One big planet, which is literally big, is Jupiter, I believe, was in retrograde. Any astrologers out there, if I'm speaking wrong, please tell me. But I believe that Jupiter got out of retrograde and if it didn't get out of retrograde, I know that it did move back into Pisces. That's something I do know. And Pisces does tap into a lot of energy of dreams and creativity and ideas and the sacral chakra, sexual nature. What was the other word I was trying to say? Sensual nature, that's what the, very intuitive, Pisces energy happens. And when that Jupiter comes into play, it's all expansive. Now, sometimes when it's too much, because you can have too much of a good thing and it can get overwhelming. It can get like, what is happening, right? But we can tap into our truth, know our truth, and listen to what is needed to listen to so we can move forward. Sorry guys, my mic. We can do that. So let's start off with the zodiac signs. I'm just gonna pull one sign, all right? So let's start off with Scorpio. Scorpios, what do we have here for you? Okay, we have the Three of Wands. I think I want to pull 2 cards, you guys. 3 of Wands and what else? There we go. Expect nothing and appreciate everything. So Scorpio, I do believe that you are listening and you may be waiting for your ships to sail in, right? With the Three of Wands. I think also too, like you're really lining up to what is best for you, what you know is best. or if you've felt out of whack and out of line and you don't know what's best, I think you're actually having a seat and waiting on things and reflecting on what didn't happen for you, right? And this is really strong. I love this quote. When I used to see this quote, I was just like, ugh. Because every time we expect something and attach on to those expectations, it always opens the door for disappointment, you know? But when we can expect nothing and truly appreciate everything, be in the present moment and appreciate what is happening right now, fill your heart with gratitude, that's such a good feeling. That's really a good feeling. I'm seeing, I think these are crows. They're purple or indigo crows, and it's definitely reminding me of to listen to your heart and listen to your intuition, listen to your spirit guides, listen to people that are trying to give you good advice, you know, from a place that's non-judgmental. You know, this can really go a long way. So I'm gonna just put this right here. I don't know if I have enough room for actual 12 cards. I don't even know if this is in... is this even in the space? All right. Let's go into Sagittarius. What's going on with you, Sagittarius, in this November? Prince of Discs. So, Sagittarius, I think you're actually strategizing. Like, you're slowing down, which is different for Sag, because Sag is very choom. Like, don't tell me nothing, I have patience. Choom. But I think here that you are actually sitting down, like, you know, like whether you've been put down by the universe or you are actually like, you know, I just want to move smarter, not harder. This also says the wounds that you carry may not be your fault, but it's always your responsibility to heal them. And maybe you know that some things have been really stagnant because you haven't really healed certain wounds. And it's okay, because when you look at it, healing is like a flower, you know. I wish I knew flowers that bloomed all the time, you know. Like, what are they called? Seasonal? Like, I don't know. I'm not a garden person, but there's certain flowers that always, like if you plant them in the seeds, they always come around every season. And healing is like that, you know. You think you healed a part of yourself, but you know, it's going to pop up again. But trust and believe, you are wiser. You're more keen to what is needed. You have more tools. And it comes in the right time when you're ready for it as well. And Sag, I think that you are ready. I think you are ready to actually look at something that you weren't once ready to look at. And you are actually planning a way to heal through this and move forward in a way that can benefit you, benefit your business, benefit people around you too. And possibly you may want to offer somebody something, because before you may have been going through some type of forgiveness even. I don't know. You know, before you may have been feeling really stuck in victim mentality and you didn't really see it in a certain way. But now that you're seeing it in a certain way, you're like, I think I want to, you know, open up and be able to receive or possibly give. So that's what I have for you, Sag. What comes after Sag? Capricorn. Okay. Ooh, Capricorn. You got the World card. This is reminding me of entrepreneur, big business, ready to handle what needs to be handled, okay? Okay. And it says, if you don't learn to control your thoughts, you will never learn how to control your behavior. So Capricorn, I kind of feel like this is almost like coming from Sagittarius. I think that there has been a cycle of a lot of negative thoughts within you. And you see this. You see this. It's like you've been around the world. It's just reminding me of something coming to full circle with you. You know, it may have been hidden, but I don't want you to beat yourself up you know, because I really think that the universe, you are protected. The angels and guides that are around you have been trying to show you subtly, but it might be like it's really time. And it's shaking some things up so you can really get it and understand this lesson to close and move forward, because it's been hurting you as well as other people. And that's the thing, like this says, if you don't learn to control your thoughts, you know, you'll never learn how to control your behavior. A lot of things start from, you know, the mind, right? Or you might be emotionally triggered that make your thoughts run rampant, like anxiety. And it's also reminding me of that quote with anxiety. It's like worrying about things that never happened, you know? And then sometimes you don't even realize, if you're a strong manifester, you're manifesting these negative things now because you can't control your thoughts. Work on it. Work on it. You may be traveling to somewhere also that can allow you to see, maybe moving away from the actual situation that keeps perpetuating this cycle will help you get your thoughts together and help you learn and turn over a new leaf. Because, you know, it's now a characteristic. What do they say? Like habits become characteristics in your behavior. You can always change that. You definitely can. But you're going to have to work at it. It's not going to happen overnight, you know? So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. All right. So let's see. I don't know if this is in camera, y'all. I'm just going to keep it going. Capricorn, Aquarius. What's going on with you, Aquarius? Ooh, okay. So Aquarius, 2 of Wands. A lot of 2 of Wands, I'm always thinking of this Shaka Khan song. Kanye West sampled it. Through the fire. Actually, that's not Shaka Khan, is it? I think that's Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes, I know about these people because my parents listen to it. Old ways don't open new doors. Okay, I think, because this is reminding me of Aquarius, I know, y'all. So, sorry. But I think you are privy. Look at this. Look at this energy that's actually, I love it. Because look at this world and look at this. You're privy to understanding something that you have been doing. And you've been able to actually, it's almost like you're able to look at, it's reminding me of Gemini energy too. Like I was just saying the other day how us Geminis, we have a natural gift of looking at things from every degrees from 0 to 360. Okay. But a lot of times we can kind of get in our own way. And anyway, this is a Aquarius reading, so you know, whatever. But Geminis, you can do this. You can tend to do this, and needless to say, right? I think that it's like I'm just staring at this X that's right in front of the. It's like you have been bound to a lot of worldly things that has been caught up in your energy. And you're starting to realize, like, I didn't really want to do these things. Like, how did this go wrong? And you know, Aquariuses, I'm sorry to say, y'all don't like, you don't like telling people that you were wrong or anything, right? Capricorns too. But it doesn't matter, because as long as you know that you're changing, that's all that matters. And long as that you know that you give yourself enough grace time, grace period, to open these new doors. But you have to put down these old ways. You know, you have to reconcile with yourself and say, hey, what happened in the past was messed up. But I'm not going to blame anybody, and I'm definitely not going to blame me. I just know that I want to change this. And speak that into existence. Just say, I want to change this. For others of you, it's just, I think you're just finally tired of the things not working for you. And you're ready to move forward in a new way, in a new light. All right. So that's what I have for you, Aquariuses. All right. What's after Aquarius? Pisces. Okay. Is that 2? We're not taking 2. So 9 of Cups just came out for Pisces. Give me 1 card, please. There we go. Oh, okay. I didn't look at what the other second one was, but Nine of Cups. Don't let what happens around you get inside you and weigh you down. Did I read that right? If I didn't, y'all know what's up. You know, like, I don't know. I'm getting everything that glitters is not gold for you, Pisces. And I don't know. I just kind of feel like someone around you has been acting like really happy. Or maybe you have been acting really happy thinking, you know, Nine of Cups. But at this, I think something's going to come up that's going to recognize like, ooh, this actually is not as good. Like I thought I made the right decision, but this is not the decision. And you made that decision out of ego. You made that decision out of, I don't know. It's almost like keeping up with the Joneses. Just making that decision from a place that like of other people's opinions and not your own. And I think that you are actually either now looking for advice now to what to do, but I think that it's like you need to take your own advice, because this is like kind of a lesson for you, Pisces. Like, don't go asking for advice if you haven't sat with yourself first. It's okay to ask for advice, but if you haven't sat for yourself with yourself enough to ask your own advice, you're not really truly grounded in what you know you really want. And then you start living for other people or just taking on other people's advice and opinions that you just don't need. You know, you need to be solid within yourself, your own teacher. Because like the Hierophant is like the teacher and the student, but it's also spiritual lessons and doing things that are like what you normally do, or doing things that society tells you. And it's almost like, Pisces, I just want to tell you, like, open up. You are the dreamer. Like, and you dream so many different types of dreams that nobody, like, you're the inventor. You can do these things. But you don't need other people's approval to do it neither, you know? It's like, you know how sometimes people say like, oh, this is a sin, or I don't know, da, da, da. Like, no, you do know, and you don't need a guru or somebody to tell you, to give you approval. You have permission from yourself. Give yourself permission, and give yourself permission to let go of whoever is weighing you down, what other people, places, or things are weighing you down, because it's time for you to rise, and it's time for you to stand in your power, Pisces. That's what I have for you. What's next, Pisces? Aries. Aries, what's going on? Six of Swords. Oof. Let's see. This might be a good thing, or I don't know, Aries. So let me see. Okay. You had a purpose. Ooh, Aries. This is the first thing that popped in my head when I saw this. You had a purpose before anyone had an opinion. So, Aries, I think that Spirit has been telling you something that is part of your soul purpose that you have not been looking at. And you may have been like, kind of. But then like you just haven't, because you've been staying in your emotions, or trying to figure out your emotions, or just staying somewhere that you don't need to be. And finally, in November, Aries is like, no, you got to get up out of here. You're either going to have a coming to Jesus moment, where people say, you know, wake up and be like, up, no, I'm outie. Or you're going to, I don't know, like something that's like a door that's going to open for you, and finally see like, oh, this feels right. This is my soul purpose. And let me just tell you, you have multiple soul purposes, okay? But there's this purpose that you need to start working on. And you haven't been in the right state of mind. You haven't been in the right place, area, amongst the right people, something, Aries. And I think that you're finally seeing that. You're finally getting that, and you just finally surrendered and say, take me, Spirit, as you please, and get me to where I need to go. Do I see anything else for Aries? Because this is kind of straightforward. It's been a rough cycle for you, Aries, you know, and I'm not here to tell you if you perpetuated it or not. It's kind of, Six of Swords kind of feels like you've been sitting in pain. You know what they say, like sometimes it takes you to really truly feel the pain, like it wasn't hurting enough for you to actually move. It's reminding me of this story. My professor was telling me about a dog that was sitting on top of a nail, and it just used to wail and wail and cry and cry. And this guy was like, "What is wrong with your dog? Why is he crying?" And he said, he's not hurt enough to move yet, or something like that. And it's just like, you will. And sometimes spirits are going to be like, I'm moving you because I've had enough now. Like, it's just time to go. All right. Aries, that's the message I have for you. Taurus, let's see what's going on for you in November. The Magician. Because Aries, I feel like you haven't been listening, but let's tap into this. The Magician. Taurus, you're in your reading. Ooh, that was a save. Taurus, could that happen to you? So, shame is the lie someone told you about yourself. This is reminding me of you listening and waking up to the fact that you've been very manipulative. You've been manipulated by a lot of people, your own thoughts as well. And you finally started exploring things. It's like you took a fall and the spirit caught you. That's what I'm feeling. Like, no, I got you, boo. And then it's like you woke up like, whoa, this was like a very spiritual experience that I just had. To wake you up to the fact that nobody is shaming you. To shake off any shame that you've been carrying. Because a lot of times that shame is just projected off of one person to another. And you're the one truly shaming yourself if you're still holding on to that shame. You know, shame is kind of like a rattle wake up to like, you shouldn't be doing this. But should is somebody else's idea, opinion. Because honestly, when you get spiritual, it's kind of like, maybe I should be doing this because maybe this is part of my soul lesson, don't tell me what to do here. That's kind of what this is giving me. All of our emotions play a role. But when you hold shame for too long, it turns into guilt and it gets really heavy. So Taurus, you may have woken up to the fact that you've been carrying this guilt and shame from somebody, some incident that has been happening for a very long time, and you're ready to let go of it. Somebody may have done magic on you. You may have been speaking spells to yourself that has kept you in a slumber. I don't know who and what that is for, but that is for somebody watching this. You are in control of creating. You're co-creating and ready to co-create with the universe. So start, Taurus. Start. I think you got it. Be grounded in your truth right now and really listen to what the universe is speaking to you. If any shame is speaking to you, that's what you need to release. Because sometimes you're like, okay, I want to release something. You don't know what to release. Well, I think, Taurus, for you, it's becoming crystal clear for you to release something if you haven't already. All right. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Gemini. What's going on, Gemini? Seven of Discs. This is an interesting one because Seven of Discs talks about waiting, and sometimes it talks about staying too still, right? And being in your head with all these heads here. But she's also pregnant, so let's see what's going on for you, Gemini. There we go. Trust what makes your soul feel good. I think something is ruminating. Is that the right word? Something is, you're cultivating something, Spirit. Oh, Gemini. You're cultivating something with Spirit. And I feel like, okay, this is two ideas. So, you know, like when a woman is pregnant, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but like after 40 weeks, right? It's kind of like they have this rule where it's like you can't wait too much longer because it can be bad for the baby and you really need to get it out. And Gemini, I think that you really need to get it out. It's almost like you've been constipated with this idea, and it's because you haven't been trusting what feels good for you. You may have been overly thinking and sitting on your ass, and it's like multiple signs for you to do what you need to do, but you haven't. And it's kind of like it's almost like a double-edged sword, because it's like you want to trust what makes yourself feel good, but then at the same time you're sitting still. Yikes, excuse me. I wonder if I can edit that out. Yeah, something needs to come up for you, Gemini. Excuse me, I feel embarrassed. Yeah, and for others, it's like you know what you're doing and you're moving slow, right? Things are on pause, but it's because Spirit's pausing you and giving you this time, again, grace period, to really allow you to feel, because you know what is best, and you do. And it's time for you to just practice what you preach. Feel into what you need to do and do it, Gemini. That's pretty much what I'm getting for you. Yikes, I'm really mad that I just like burped like that. Something needs to come up for you, Gemini. All right. So I'm going to keep it flowing, keep it going. Gemini, what comes? Cancer. Cancer, what's going on for you in November? Okay, we have the 8 of Swords here. Can you still see if okay, cool. We have the 8 of Swords. Let's see what else. Something's kind of been bound to you, Cancer. Okay. I said something's been bound to you. So the best don't stick around when you treat them poorly. Only the desperate do. I kind of feel like someone has been bound to you, actually, Cancer. And they've been sticking around because, one, they might be siphoning your energy. Or two, they really just wanted you to see them in a certain way. And I don't know why you haven't. I really don't know why you haven't. But I think you've been getting this vibes of like desperate energy. And it's also reminding me something of like, you know how you just want to like heal something? Like Cancer, you have such a nurturing energy, but sometimes you just don't know when no is no. But the person may not have been saying no, and it's just like blah, spoiled milk, right? And I think that you're really learning to say, okay, like I'm going to accept what's happening right now, but I need to move forward. Because by doing that and continually trying to help somebody that you know needs healing but doesn't, it's like now you're hurting yourself, and these wounds are turning into scar tissues almost, right? And I'm getting the vibe that like you've been kind of wanting to leave some type of situation, but you've been in your head, possibly because somebody else has been feeding you. I kind of want to say these lies. You know, sometimes when people say lies, it's like, oh my gosh. But it's almost like the person was, in a way, trying to protect you, but they were more so trying to protect themselves. And take it how you resonate. I don't know if it's on a scale of 1 to 10 of how much you've been manipulated, but when it comes down to the fact that you were being used in a certain way, shape, or form, it's just like, ugh, you know? But I think you're becoming to light to this. Definitely listen, look at the dreams, pay attention here. Because the real thing is understanding where those intentions, like what were those person's intentions? What were your intentions? Because sometimes too, and I have been a person like this, we pretty much enable these things from people because we're still showing up, you know, like let's say we're in a relationship, you knew it wasn't right for you, but you keep showing up, you know, knowing that you're that person's weakness. That's not helping. That's not helping anybody, right? So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Leo. Leo, what's going on for you in November? I'm going to put this down. I think I saw what it was. But let me just see. Yeah, Leo, what's going on? Okay, yeah, I thought so. Okay, so Leo, I'm right off the bat, I'm getting like, you feel like you have been defeated and you feel like, why am I not getting up on top, right? And you're getting frustrated. This says anger is what gets us in trouble. Pride is what keeps us there. And for some of you Leos, you were supposed to speak up about something that you didn't. And it may have helped you in that time frame, but I mean, you didn't do it. So part of you may be angry with yourself, right? Let me see. Let me just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. So Leo, like, what's coming up around here is you really like listening to the thoughts, paying attention to details, and finding out why are you so frustrated. You know, and if you're frustrated with yourself, why aren't you moving forward? Do you feel defeated? Do you feel weak because you're not where you need to be right now? And that does tap into pride. It does, because I know I got a lot of pride with some things sometimes. You know what I mean? Is it because like you feel that you should be where you're at right now? By now, like things haven't been moving. But check in with your intentions. Check in with your intentions, because unexpressed anger can cause depression. Unexpressed anger can cause just that, you know, when people do indirect anger and it's just like you're just vomiting on people because of your crappy feelings. But it's like, well, did you even listen with yourself? Because Leo, I know that you wouldn't want to do that to anybody, but when you're on your shit, you're on your shit, right? So, you know, and it also can make you feel attacked by other people because you haven't listened to yourself and your needs. And because you haven't been getting your needs, and it can be something small, Leo. It can be something small, you know. Pay attention and listen to your body. Listen to your intuition, so you have clarity with your intentions. Listen to your dreams and ideas and go after them. Don't overthink them, and don't feel belittled or like you're behind the whatever because you're not where you need to be. It's okay. You are where you need to be. You need to release some things so you can actually move forward. And if it takes little by little, day by day, it is okay, Leo. It is okay. But I feel like figure out why you're frustrated. Let's start there, Leo. Why are you frustrated? Because you could be in your ego with pride, right? Covering it up from people, covering up from yourself, these feelings, right? So listen to yourself a little bit longer and understand what's going on truly here, because you don't want to be stuck in that energy, Leo. No, you don't. Right? We got the strength card here. You don't want to. So Leo, what's after Leo? Virgo. What's going on, Virgo? Ooh. Well, I'm not going to take this one, but I did see it. It's 2. Hold on, guys. Virgo, you got a lot going on. You got a lot going on. And I feel like it's something you've been hiding. All right. So we got this. Let's see what else is going on with you, Virgo. Just want one card. And you still want me to have 2. Well, I'm not taking that one, Virgo. So forgive yourself for all the mistakes that you have made. Virgo, you have been working on something, because I saw that 4 of discs, and it's like you've been hiding. You know, if your career has not been how you want it to be right now, let me just tell you, just take a deep breath and just say, okay, just own and accept the fact that things have been in a negative manner. But you do have the power to change it. Don't let fear, don't let any of these low vibrations stop you and debilitate you from moving forward, okay? Let me tell you something. I have this scarab right here. And the scarab, is about transformation. And sometimes people might be like, well, let me tell you, this bug literally eats shit, okay? And it pushes shit out of the way. I think the story is that in this place, I think it's in Africa, right? Probably near Egypt. It could be just ancient times, Kemetic, right? This beetle would work really hard. It was its only job though, and it pushed, I think wherever the land is, it would get thick with fertilizer, and if no one pushed that stuff out of the way, then it would like overspoil and start stinking and doing all this stuff. So like these bugs will come up right on time when it needs to, so they can push this stuff out of the way for the next season to come, for things to grow. Who in their right mind would want a job like that, right? Who? To be rolling up shit and all this stuff. But this is also reminding me of like generational curse breakers, right? Nobody wants, the family custodian. Nobody wants that job. Nobody, that's why people used to laugh at custodians in school, because they cleaned up shit all the time. Garbage truck men, they cleaned up shit all the damn time and stinky stuff. But they finally got their raise here. I think they had to go through hell and high waters, but at the end of the day, they saw what they needed to do. That sun came up. Look at this. They pushed. They are the, if they didn't have this job, things would go to hell, okay? So recognize your strength. Recognize where you're at right now. Be in the present moment, but please recognize, don't let the negative things, like the adversity, try to find the beauty in adversity, because, a lot of times we run from what's happening negative because we don't really want to claim it. But at the same time, if you accept that and know that, okay, this too shall pass, it will. Forgive yourself. I'm getting a real big forgive yourself. This doesn't really have to be with anybody else. It's about forgiving yourself and speaking your truth. And speaking your truth and being authentic to yourself is knowing that shit is effed up right now, but I'm doing what I can. And even if it takes baby steps, I'm going to get out of this. All right. And I have this pendant here because I remember one day I asked Spirit, I was in a slump, and I said, Spirit, I need something, a symbol or something to know what it is that I need to do right now. Are you close with me? Because it doesn't feel like it. This is interesting that I'm telling you this because it's something personal that's coming up for me. But I was in a craft store, and the very first thing that popped up, because I said, I want to see something spiritual in this store, was this. It was this. So learn your lesson. There is something coming back around. Listen to yourself, because you have the guidance that you need to get up out of this situation, okay? Virgo, so that's for you, all right? Much love to you, Virgo. Libra. Last but not least, Libra. Okay. Queen of Swords. Libra, what's going on? Tomfoolery is what I'm hearing. Libra, what's going on? All right. This is very much like Virgo. Being positive doesn't mean you never have negative thoughts. It means that you don't let those bad thoughts control you. Listen to Virgo, Libra. It's acceptance where you're at right now. There's a lot of ideas that are buzzing around your head, but you haven't been stepping into it because you're allowing the negative thoughts to take over your mind. And then you might be misdirecting your anger towards people. Don't do that, Libra. Please don't. We need your valuable ideas, because you are also very inventive and you start something. You're that cardinal. I believe you're that cardinal sign. And you guys start stuff. You hardly finish it. But that energy of the Libra is not to finish it. That's why we have fixed immutable signs. And if you're not standing up for yourself, Libra, You need to stand up for yourself, because how is somebody, nobody's a mind reader. And if they are mind readers, it's still not their responsibility to communicate that to you. You need to communicate what your thoughts are to people, okay? Don't be afraid of rejection. Please speak. Speak up. We need your ideas, Libra. We need those valuable ideas. You've been in relationships that have been not great. Speak up. Don't be afraid of confrontation. If you're not ready, that's okay. Write it out first, but be ready, because you need to lay down the truth, Libra. And this may sting, but I'm going to say from the Scorpio season, it's better to be stung by the Scorpio season. So do what you need to do. Have clear intentions first before you need to speak, okay? So that's what I have for you, Libras. That's what I have for you, collective. I'm like looking at this story here with this. We went from 3 of Wands to Prince of Discs to Prince of Discs to the World card, to 2 of Wands, to the Hierophant, to the 6 of Swords, the Magician, 7 of Discs, 8. There's some progression here, though. I do want to say that. There is. But we really need to open up to listen to ourselves first, so we can have clear intentions, so these dreams and ideas can ground into our reality. But we need that intention first, so we can know what the purpose is of what we are receiving, so then we can actually speak our purpose, communicate and express in a way that is needed to benefit the greater good of yourself as well as others. All right, so that's what I have for you. Please check out the link below. I have new things popping. You know, if you're entrepreneurship and you're really looking to take this next level in your business, I have a well-rounded, very in-depth program that I created to help heal your business and bridge that gap between personal and brand development. Please take a look, because I really feel like it has a lot of things that is needed. It's your one-stop shop. You know, instead of keep going back and trying to learn all these things, you know, just saying. For others, if you're looking for a personal reading, I'm definitely open for personal readings. And I have different types of readings too, you guys. So I have a package that includes Reiki healing with your reading. So yeah, if you're feeling the vibe, definitely subscribe, hit that like button. I love to see the comments. And, you know, it may feel a little rough during this November, but trust and believe, pay attention to what's going on in the inside, and do what you need to do. Listen deeply to yourself, your soul, and it will carry you through. All right. Till next time, y'all, I'm outie. Peace.